We going live in our town. You got a song you really want that. Got a song you really want that. Got a song you really want that. We going live in our town. You got a song you really want that. Got a song you really want that. Got a song you really want that. We going live.
What's going on, everybody? It's Live in UnTAPT episode 4, and I'm your host, 𝗟𝗑𝗪. We got Jams over here. Jams, what's good?
What's going on? What's going on? How you been, man? Long time no see.
Good. Been good. First and foremost, I just want to say Happy Father's Day to all of the pops out there, all the fathers, all the guys out there taking care of their business and, doing what they got to do. But we're going to get into our episode right now because we have a jam-packed show for you. All right, so our special guest today is none other than Joey Raimondi. He is the founder of Ultimate Platform. We're going to get into it right now. All right, so are we ready? Ready?
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's go. Bring him in.
All right. So first of all, I've actually known this guy for a really long time, and we collaborated on a couple of songs together in the past. A lot of you might know him under his rap moniker IV, but Joey Raimondi is not just a music artist. He's also a film writer, performer, and the founder of the all-new Ultimate Platform, a streaming service empowering indie filmmakers to upload, distribute, and even monetize original cinematic short, feature films, and web series. The 𝗟𝗏𝗡.com also provides all members with the opportunity to use our virtual studio, their virtual studio lot to socially network with each other and even host live events such as film festivals and casting calls. Joey also hosts the Ultimate Podcast, which is #ShareYourStory, where he features all talent in entertainment, which is actors, musicians, makeup artists, etc., to help bring more traffic to help promote themselves and their projects. Although they just launched in January, they do plan on infusing a music platform to their service in the future to create a truly ultimate networking experience for the indie talent community. Right now, Ultimate encourages you to take advantage of your free membership during the soft launch. So go on theultimateplatform.com and submit your email, and then they could officially welcome you to their community. So let's give it up for Joey. Are we ready? Joey, what's good?
We ready.
What an intro. Thank you so much for having me here. I really appreciate it. I feel so honored. This is great what you're doing for independent artists. So cheers. We
appreciate that. And you've been doing a lot, like ever since I've known you, you're always doing something. You're a very busybody.
Thank you. I'm trying to keep my legs moving. You know what I mean?
I hear you. I was going to ask you on a personal note, what's up with the music? You still doing it, or now you're more about the platform?
I'm more about helping artists get to where they want to be, and
that's dope.
I just kind of got thrown into music. It was really weird how it just kind of happened. My passion was always writing screenplays and, just really pursuing acting and filmmaking in general. I've written close to 100 screenplays and all that stuff. So that's basically what made me want to get started with the Ultimate Platform, because I realized, it's so hard to make it in Hollywood, right? So, there's probably at least 200 quality independent films for every one Hollywood blockbuster. So that's a lot of talent that's not being seen. And I feel like it's time right now, especially COVID, I feel like proved it, that we're on the verge of a new renaissance, and there's a lot of creative people out there. You're doing your part with music, and that's basically what we're all about.
All right, cool. I mean, another reason that we have you on the show is because you've been surrounded by a lot of music artists up until this point. And I know you've experienced a lot of talent as well. So we're about to get started with our very first segment, which is Drafted. Yes. For most of you who are tuning in for the very first time, Drafted is where music artists and or music producers come onto the show to tell us about a song that they're currently working on, followed by a live performance of what they have so far up until this point. All right, so we're going to get started with our very first drafted artist. And actually, you know what, Jams? I'll let you introduce Taji.
Oh, okay. Why? Because I know him? You giving me that because I know him?
Well, no, because I want to sit back and watch you do your thing.
Okay. All right. Fine. I got you. So Taji is our first artist for the evening. He's a multifaceted music producer, videographer, podcaster, life philosopher, and writer MC of what he calls real and relatable hip hop. He originally made his bones as a preteen, splitting rhymes and shows, ciphers in the streets of Philadelphia. And he has since sharpened his beat making skills while nurturing the talents of other inspiring artists, which is something that's super dope. He's always been committed to questioning what goes unquestioned, and his lack of confinement is evident in his music, which is thoroughly contemplated from each word spoken or written to each kick, snare, key played, or sample chopped. He's also known as the Wolf. He prides himself on following his own path and making it on his own terms. And he strives to transcend the boundaries that separate the underground from popular hip hop and its commonly accepted philosophies. His appropriately named podcast, The Underground Railroad, deep dives into various subject matters uninhibited by mainstream agendas. And for more lighthearted material, there's his short story series, To the Rescue, featuring a stuffed rabbit that is annoyingly determined to be the reason for Taji's success. But aside from his music, perhaps Taji's most treasured endeavor is the Sun Rises in the East project, which is a music video initiative and vlog series that's aimed at resurrecting authenticity in hip hop by way of collaborative presentation of music and visual art with a theme of the East, the East Coast of the United States, of course, where hip hop was originally cultivated, props. And the eastern region of the globe, Africa, where mankind found its roots. In 2018, Taji published a double EP called The First and the Last, and he's currently working towards completing his debut album, The Definition of a Blind Man. Using honesty and integrity as a revolutionary tool, Taji's chosen path to success has never been easy, but as they say, a wolf never loses sleep over the opinions of sheep. And the title of his album reflects the mission and enduring struggle he has set out to from day one. He's also a good close friend of mine. So everybody, let's welcome Taji to the show. Taji, what's going on?
Taji, what's good?
Taji.
Hey.
I would have short so if I had known.
That was the short version.
My guy. Oh,
All
killing
right.
it. I was
Well,
like,
welcome
this
to the
is like
show,
3 paragraphs.
Taji.
Was good.
Also, fun fact, I know that you collaborated with one of my artists, 𝗟𝗑𝗪𝗓. He speaks nothing but great words about you and your craft. And I heard the song you guys did together. You both, you did your thing on that track. So hopefully there's more collabs in the future between the two of you.
We talking about it.
All right.
Hope
Well,
so.
I'm going to start off with the very first question for you. What sets you apart from other artists? Like, what makes you and your sound different?
Well, like Jamie said when she's reading my bio, I pride myself on being real and relatable. I try to create music that's timeless, and I kind of did it by design. Like when I first started off, I was only like 14 years old, and I already kind of knew where the hip hop industry was headed, like kind of more in that commercial mainstream vibe. It was starting even back then, and I didn't want to go that route. So I always knew I was going to be on an independent level, even at that age. So my goal was to try to counteract the direction of where hip hop was going by presenting like this alternative hip hop style that would create more balance in the industry. So that's always what I was determined to do. And I think the relatability of my music is what also helps me reach that goal of it being timeless. And that's how I think, my music is separated from a lot of other artists. I also produce my own music, so it helps me create that sound that I want. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yep. And so, Taji, I'm familiar with your music and your work, of course, as you know. And for those folks who are not familiar with how Taji raps, your music is deep in terms of your lyricism and what you're talking about, but it's relatable. So, like, what is that creative process like for you? Is there an amount of research that goes into what you do, or are you talking straight from the heart with a lot of these things? Like, how does that work in terms of creating your music?
For the most part, it's straight from the heart. It's experience-based. And I just draw from my experiences. I think when I write my best work is when I'm feeling something, going through something, or whatever the case may be, it pours out. With that kind of content, I think what comes along with it is maybe some slight research here and there, depending on what your subject matter is. If I'm talking about a political topic, yes, research is going to come into play. But for the most part, I just pour it out first, and then I kind of like fine tune it if necessary.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Well, besides like 𝗟𝗪𝗪, like, are you working on any other special collaborations like coming up?
There's a few artists. It's a song I released called I think it was. But I work with an artist. a Twitter follower of mine responded to something I put out, collaborations. I'm willing to work with anybody that's dope for real, because I think some of the dopest talent is on the, you know what I mean? So I'm willing to work with other artists to get exposure for everybody. 'Cause I mean, one of my objectives is trying to get artists on the underground to collaborate more, because without that type of collaboration, without drawing together the people who listen to that kind of music, there's no way alternative hip hop artists, underground hip hop artists can battle against that machine in the mainstream arena. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Absolutely. And that's some of the things that attracted me to your music in the first place, is that you're not like worried about what mainstream hip hop is doing. You know, like that's what I think is the most amazing thing about what you do. But so who are some of these in your bio? We talked about, local artists that you're nurturing. So who are some of these local artists that you're working with? Are they all Philadelphia based? Are they sort of all over the place? Like, tell us a little bit about them.
All of them. I mean, some of them aren't even hip hop artists. Like, it's a gospel artist who I work who comes to my studio more recently. I haven't been working with many artists recently with COVID and all that stuff, and also because I'm putting a lot of energy for my own project out, which has been in the process for like 8 years. So, so usually when artists come through, like one of the more recent pop artists I worked with, 𝗟𝗏𝗪𝗏, he's from Philly. But usually when artists come through my studio, they usually pick my brain, right? So we'll get to a situation where I'm helping them with their flow, helping them with their hooks or whatever the case may be. I mean, I take pride in it. I like doing it. I like, being a mentor and molder of styles, so to speak, to help people, put their best foot forward, so to speak.
Yeah. Before we get into it, if anybody has any questions for Taji, please type it in the comment section. We can definitely relay that over to him and get you some answers. So Taji, what is the name of the song that you're currently working on?
It's called The Melody. It's actually one of few songs I'm in the process of trying to complete. This one is near finished. I still have to do some fine tuning to the beat. Some parts of the beat I don't like. Some of the the sounds. Just I got to substitute some sounds here and there, and also in the editing and mixing process. I do everything myself. Writing is my forte. Maybe beat making second. Taught myself how to engineer out of necessity. So the engineering part is what takes the most time, and that's where I have to do the most work on.
Yeah.
Okay. And so it's called The Melody. So is there an inspiration behind this song, or where did what inspired you to make this song in the first place?
I actually originally wrote this like over 10 years ago. So it if you write something that long ago and you putting it out 10 years later, you have to go back into the lyrics and make sure it's relevant to modern time, right? So it's almost like a new song in a way, because I had to change a lot of stuff. And it's almost harder that way because you already have it committed to memory one way. And then you have to readjust it and make sure you don't fall back into the original way. The style changes everything. But it was just inspired by like my experiences and struggles being an artist.
Well, we're excited to take a listen. Joe, are you ready?
I'm absolutely ready, man. You got me so psyched up. I love your perspective on everything, so I'm anticipating this. Let's do it.
All right. Jams, I know you're ready.
I'm always ready. I stay ready, so I don't got to get ready.
Right.
How much of this y'all want me to do? The whole song part of it?
Just give us a little bit, maybe a hook and a verse. I'm going to give you the whole entire screen, and the floor is yours whenever you're ready.
All right. Yo, you hear that? Listen to the melody, man. Time's money, let's keep it moving, homie. Yeah. Come on. What could a 3-year-old girl do to Warren that getting shot? Some say you get what you deserve. In this case, I think not. Can't even figure out how my new jeans got a paint spot. And why my favorite teams always lose by some freak bench shot. It's hard for my line to be bought or fall in the right slot. But every turn I've learned to work and earn every jewel I got. So a fool I'm not. Break my leg, I'll hop on the other. My shit dope, but I never hoped God would give me discovered. Instead I made do with what I had, and I tried to love it. I can't explain why the earth looked at Haiti and sunk it. Everybody wasn't evil in those towers when the plane struck it. I can't explain what erupted that hell in California, while Mother Nature told the daughters Maria and Katrina to take a bucket of water and dump it on Puerto Rico or Florida over past trade mines. And this dude knocks on my door years later saying he's my brother. I ain't never seen you before. Brother, but ain't no thing. I was my father's last born. man, he not rebirth. I might have never seen the grass thorn. Just got my pants on, but life is a fast joint. And when you strip your ass down, better smash and pass it on, mother. At times I feel like I don't even have the energy. So I just listen to the melody and try to understand what it's telling me. At times I feel like I don't even have the energy. So I just listen to the melody and try to follow the path that it led me. Yo, I ain't wrote a rhyme in a long time. Been busy chasing my past. Can't possibly grasp what the choices left behind. So why the hell I'm trying? I don't know. It's kind of asinine. But how you ignoring something this heavy stacked on your mind? Gotta check myself, yo. Get back on my grind. It's like when you lose your spot, I gotta get back in the back of the line. If slacking was a crime, I'd get off with a little fine. Till the judge bad luck gave me a nudge and told me watch my behind. That's what I like to think. Cause looking at me on your hard drive crash is a work right clean. Sometimes I just feel like quitting. That's not the question though, cause quitting ain't in. But is that a curse for blessing? How many times I gotta be taught this lesson? I just keep pressing, ignoring the signs. If I pay attention, next step is depression. But I gotta believe that I'ma bounce back. Cause my heart is dead, but you are. Until I'm dead, I ain't losing that. And times I feel like I don't even have the energy. So I just listen to the melody and try to understand what it's telling me. At times I feel like I don't even have the energy. So I just applause.
Good stuff, man. Thank you for doing that. That was really hot. Like, honestly, I feel like the song is near done. Like, I feel like you know where you're going with it. You know the direction you want to take it. Yeah. You just need to tweak it the way you want it to be.
Yeah, I got like, you know, my whole album is pretty much at that kind of level, but it's just at the stage. I'm kind of perfectionist, so I'm at the stage where I got to tweak a few things here and there before I'm ready to release it officially.
Right. Joe, what'd you think of that?
I think the lyrics were so genuine. Everything from the hook to your verses, you know, and I could see it. I wish I had headphones because I could see it in your emotions, you know, just how much every bar that you're delivering, every word and every bar means to you, you know, and that's something I would like literally just write with, you know. I would have my headphones on, listening to that song and get creative and just let it go because it's genuine, man. That touches your soul. Good work. Yeah, I
appreciate that, man. That's what I'm looking to do. Like, that's kind of what I want the song to promote. So yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing that, Taji. James, do you have anything else you want to add?
Yeah, man, I do. So, you know, big fan. I'm always a fan of your work, Taji. So I like the song. I was gonna say I think your hook needs a female sound to it, and then I was listening a little bit closer, and I'm like, oh, it's in there already. I was like, all right, well, there goes the only suggestion I had. But your screen presence is what's killing me too. Like you know, you're so comfortable on camera, and you're so good with like just the angles and the whole persona that you have. I think is really good. So I think overall lyrics match with the hook, match with your on-screen presence. You know, really kind of sold that whole track for me. It was really good.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being our first guest on Drafted. Really appreciate it. And everybody, make one more time. Just follow Taji at Taji Aqib. That's his Instagram right there. And yeah, we look forward to hearing more from you, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me, y'all. Peace.
No problem. Peace out. All right. I'm trying to get our second drafted artist. I think he's having some connection problems, but if we're ready, we can bring in the amplified artist because I think she's ready. I feel like she's ready to take over. Are we ready to do this?
Early?
I think we should bring her in. Otherwise, the three of us are just going to start freestyling right now. It's just like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Let me spare everybody that problem right now. I'm not even going to go there. So we're going to bring
no
that in. We're not ready. We are ready for that. So our amplified guest for tonight is somebody who's near and dear to my heart. She's been a guest on the radio station before. This guest for this evening has flair like no other. This is none other than Berry Boo, the artist, the beauty, the brand. She is the talent behind it all. This Brooklyn native is no stranger to the game. She's got a myriad of vocal credits, which include Nicki Minaj, Robin Thicke, CeeLo, One Republic, Ciara, and many more. Her talent as a background vocalist has earned her 2 Grammy nominations for her participation in Kanye's Yeezus album and the Life of Pablo albums. She's been featured on BET, Fox 5, CBS, NBC, and more dates that are forthcoming. And her music can be found on all digital platforms. And so I am super excited to bring this woman to the stage. She is a bombshell, and I'm super, super like just amped up for you guys to see her. So everybody meet Berry Boo.
Yay!
All right.
Thank you, Jimmy Jam.
See, Jams was the perfect person to do the intro. She definitely laid it out.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Of course.
Well, Barry, we're very excited to have you as our amplified artist on the show. What that means is that we're going to kind of get to know you a little bit better, a little bit more in depth about you as an artist, because you do have a catalog. You've been doing it for a while. So we want to just be able to get a little bit more of an exclusive with you.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you the first question. How would you describe your sound and the type of music that you typically create?
I would say my sound is very energy driven. Like, I am going to make you dance. I am either the party starter or I am the finale. So yeah, my sound is very raw. It's real. I say things. People always live vicariously through me. So it's very much an expression. So yeah, my sound is I'm from Brooklyn. It's very gritty, but it's soulful. I come from a soulful background. And it's like a melting pot, so you're gonna hear a little bit of everything. So yeah, I hate to box myself. Yeah.
I hear that. So Barry, when did you first realize that you wanted to pursue a career in music? Like, what was that spark for you?
I've always been into the arts. Like, growing up, I was in every dance group, dance company, marching band. My mother, I was just in everything. I grew up in a choir singing in church as well. But I think, when I started working in Ashford and Simpson Sugar Bar, that's when I really started networking, and I started singing background for a lot of local artists, which then turned into major artists. And then, I always cut things, cut records. But singing background for a lot of major people, that was when Twitter was really starting. A lot of people would want to know what, they wanted to hear my stuff. And then I met my producer, my partner at the time, Walter Tucker, 𝗟𝗓𝗏, and I think every artist it's not always easy to find that marriage with a producer. And I was blessed to find that, and then we was just creating some amazing stuff. We were just cranking them out, and it was time. I came off tour, and we took a shot at it, putting out my first project, and it was received really well. And fast forward now, I've been on an amazing journey, and I'm really, really happy about it. So yeah.
First, I have to say, I love your setup. You got the lights going on.
Nice.
You have the background. It looks amazing.
It's a vibe.
Exactly. So what is your creative process like? Do you first write songs based on emotions, or do you listen to the beat and then let it guide you to where it's the direction it's heading?
Yeah, so I definitely listen to the beat, because I can write things, but then sometimes it would come off more as poetry. So I do like to have a beat, and then and it would spark these ideas. And when I record, I lay down gibberish. I don't always you don't know what I'm saying. I have a melody first, very much so melodies first. I can create a song with melodies alone. Okay. So I'll have melodies, and then I'm just creating gibberish, and then I'll come back to it, and then I'll start piecing it together and connecting the dots. And that's how I create my music. So
all right.
Yeah, that's kind of a brainstorm. You just brainstorm your music together.
Yeah, sometimes, because sometimes you don't know what you want to say, but then even in gibberish, I'll hear things and I'm like, oh, okay, did I say that, or is that what I want to say? And it'll spark something. So I'll just put the mic on. I have a little, at home studio, a little setup, and I'll just lay down my ideas, and then I'll probably go into a studio to actually cut it. But I just kind of like to get my ideas out. So yeah.
Gotcha.
So we know you've worked with a couple of big stars, some of the biggest stars, if you will, already. So who is still left on your bucket list to perform with? Who would be a dream collabo that's still alive today for you?
I always wanted to work with will.i.am, Black Eyed Peas. I just think he'll get my sound. I love Fergie. I love the music they did on her and the projects, the body of work of hers. Missy Elliott is my idol, one of my idols.
Missy, you and Missy would kill it. What?
Yeah,
Oh my
that's
God.
like a match made in heaven. That
yeah. So and people see my things now and they be like, oh my God, it'll give them Missy. And I'm like, well, yeah, that is one of my idols. So she's definitely one of my inspirations, her and Lauryn Hill. So I would love to work with them for sure. And I'm from Brooklyn. I definitely want to work with Jay-Z one day because that's my guard brother. That's my brother. Exactly. So yeah, I have a few people on the bucket list, but yeah.
All right. So what's next up for you? Like, what's in the near future for Berry Boo? What are you working on? What do you have coming?
I'm actually working on my next project, my next EP. I'm new out here. I live in Los Angeles now. I'm from BK. I'm from New York, BK, Brooklyn, all day.
Right.
And like I came out here, had a good 3 months, and the pandemic hit, and then I was like, okay. But it's still been really great. And I was, venturing out into other things that I wanted to do, other goals, that I had. So like I put out my merch line and stuff like that. And I was just kind of letting it take its course. I wasn't like rushing myself to put out a project. And it just organically happened. Like I found my tribe out here, and we've been creating some amazing stuff. And I was just going to push out singles, and now I'm just like, oh, this shit is fire. We're going to put this in the project and put it out. So I have a new single coming within a month. And the project will probably be around this fall. So I'm excited about that.
Okay. I've been seeing you living your best life on social media, so I can vouch. You're definitely doing your thing. So
I feel like we're living vicariously through her.
She said that's what people do. It's true. So, but I'm super excited. Tell us a little bit about this song that you're about to perform for us tonight.
So this song is called "This Is What I Do." This is actually it's not a new record, but it's one of my favorite records to perform. And it's just basically like, okay, because I come from a very like singing background, grew up in church singing. So then when I came out, like rapping just always just came natural to me. But people knew me as a singer first. So then when I came out busting, they were just like, wait, hold up. So it's one of those things. It's just like, now I don't choose. I just do what I organically feel when I hear a record, and I think my audience understands that now. They get that now. And this song is basically just saying like, oh, you ain't know I can rap, huh? Like I can do R&B, hip hop, pop. I can do all that shit. Don't box me. Yeah. And it's a little braggadocious, but it's just like seeing me where I was at as a background artist and moving from the background to the forefront. So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, before we get started, Joe, do you have any questions for Berry, or you want to ask?
I want to wait for the performance, and then I'll give my feedback. I'm excited. You got a lot of great energy, so I really want to see that in the performance.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're very excited, Berry. So whenever you're ready, the floor is yours.
Let me say it again.
The floor is yours.
Okay.
Take it away. I gotta make my own wall like that too for myself.
My little step and repeat. I take her everywhere. Yeah. Shit. I want to thank Live on Tap for having me. It's your girl, Berry Boo. Yeah. Everybody, drop down, let's lock down the spot now. I'm ready to rock. Aiming for the top, now they hating on your girl. Oh, they think I'm hot now, talking about they next, but I'm taking over right now. Every stage, see the crowd, mad hype. I pack shows every city, that's my life. Yeah. See my name in them red lights. If they got that red right every day and night. They hate the lover, they undercover. I know they hear it. I'm like no other. I'm technicolor. My future vivid. Can never touch it. Match my hustle because I live it. Don't know my struggle. I'm never muzzled. It's in my lyrics. Yeah, and I'm taking over the map. Yeah, and they ain't holding me back. I tell them any place that I fly to, ride through. Hi, boo. This is what yeah. Ain't nothing to talk about, we ain't gotta talk it out. I ain't even worried about you. I'm the one they talk about coming out of every mouth. This is what See, this is what yeah. Ain't nothing to talk about, we ain't gotta talk it out. I ain't even worried about you. Oh, you're mad, huh? Yeah, your bitches slaying every track, huh? Yeah, and it won't be the last one. Got them singing, I ain't know that you could rap, huh? Yeah, don't ever put me in the box. I rock any sound, hip hop, R&B, the pop. Yeah, I'm the one to watch. So don't compare me to them others, cause I'm not. Since a youngin', I never fronted about my business. Taking nothing and making something for God's my witness. Where I come from, you lucky if you would ever leave it. Or been in places you lucky if you would ever see it. Yeah, so who you think they gon' listen to? Yeah, I guess it's me cause it isn't you. I tell them, any place that I fly to, right there, hi boo, this is what yeah. Ain't nothing to talk about, we ain't gotta talk it out. I ain't even worried about you. I'm the one they talk about coming out of every mouth. This is what See, this is what yeah. Ain't nothing to talk about, we ain't gotta talk it out. I ain't even worried about you. Ain't nothing to talk about, I ain't even worried about you. Cause I'm the one they talk about coming out of every mouth. Yeah, what I do. This is what I do. Ain't nothing to talk about, we ain't gotta talk it out. I ain't even worried about you. So yeah, that right there is called This Is What I Do, obviously. That is still one of my favorite records to perform. You can go get it. It's still free for download on Bandcamp. That's berryboo.bandcamp.com. Go get it. If you don't got it, go get it.
Hell yes.
Barry eating up the track, lip gloss is a rap, flyers close off the rack. Yeah, I'm kicking holes off the mat. BK got my back, New York, where you at? Yeah, Barry eating up the track, lip gloss is a rap, flyers close off the rack. Yeah, BK got my back, New York, where you at? Kicking holes off the mat. Yeah.
Wow. I'm going to tell you right now, the three of us over here like this.
Yeah.
I'm usually like all over the place, but I kind of got to like chill because I can't do too much inside my,
I'm going to throw it over to Joe. Joe, what do you think, man?
All right. First off, you absolutely dominate that flow and the entire beat. It's like you have it under your control. The energy is unparalleled, and I feel like I need to have 2 bottles in my hand, dancing on top of a table inside of a club somewhere. That's a banger. That's a banger.
Thank you. It gets the crowd every time. It's one of my favorites to do. So
you said I could get that on Bandcamp, right?
It's on Bandcamp. My first project is called 𝗟𝗏𝗪 LP. Is still free for download. Still free.
That track does not need to be free. I'm telling you right now.
No, so I have other stuff out. No, it's some singles on there that I am putting up on social media. On like digital platforms like streaming services. But this was a project I kind of wanted people to understand who I was, so I put it out there for the world. At the time, Bandcamp was like the thing to kind of like just get your voice out there, and I think we definitely accomplished that with this project. So.
Real quick. I work with a lot of DJs doing weddings, bar mitzvahs. They're always in the clubs doing whatever it is that they do, going nuts. So everyone that's watching that right now, if you have download that song, go to Bandcamp right now.
Listen, I'll send it to you.
Banger.
Let's go.
Yep, Joe definitely knows the nightlife. He's
for the streets.
Thank you.
So Jams, you already have a history with Berry, but what did you think of her performance just now?
I mean, first and foremost, I interviewed you before, way back when you was trying to get your voice out, and I was like, man, this chick is fire. Like I can't even imagine. I still have your LP, the I Am Berry, damn it. I still got that. Like it's still on my iPod or whatever.
God, thank you.
So yeah, I mean that song I was just over here in my zone, like like loving it. And I was thinking to myself the whole time, like, dang, if you really do get when you do get a collaboration with Missy, that's going to be an amazing track. I was just like, oh my God, like I could see her and Missy like really doing some crazy stuff together. You know what I mean? That's all I could think about. It was off the chart.
It would be a problem. I would lose my fucking mind.
Both. I'd be like, I knew her.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, Berry, I'm sure like it's pretty unanimous. We're all like crazy about your performance just now. The one thing I do want to say is that you had so much conviction in everything you did. When the first question I asked you is like, how would you describe your sound and the type of music you typically create? You know the answer, and through your performance, you make it look so effortless. Like, this is what I do. I walk down the street and I could do this, like, no problem. This is I live and breathe this. So whatever you're trying to portray and let others feel, we feel it, because there's just so much there. That's great job. I
really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
And
One more
thank you
time.
guys for having me. And anytime you need me to come back, let me know. I'm down.
We'll definitely take you up on that offer.
Okay.
But right now, everybody go follow 𝗟𝗏 at I'm 𝗟𝗏 𝙠𝗏𝑖𝑡 on IG. Yeah, down here.
Yeah, right there. Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much for that. We really appreciate it. You are an amplified artist for this segment, and you definitely brought it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
All right, so we have our next drafted artist who's been patiently waiting. He's about to set it off. We have our next artist, and his name is Kuttrah. I'm going to bring him in a second. But Kuttrah is a musician and a songwriter born and raised in Belmont, Trinidad. Kuttrah's music portfolio includes dancehall, soca, and hip-hop. He was featured on a Soca Gold 2004 album with the song Put 'Em Up. Throughout the years, Kuttrah has opened for artists such as Mavado, Lady Saw, Bungie, and more. Kuttrah performed on Soca Monarch 2019 as a producer's pick finalist, and as a versatile musician, dancehall has always been Kuttrah's first love. With rising Trini dancehall culture, Kuttrah is on the scene with the singles such as Feel the Heat, Bun Up Road, and many more. So everyone, please give it up for Kuttrah. What's good, man?
What's
How
going
you?
on, sir?
Yes. Good evening, everyone. Y'all can hear good. Happy Father's Day out there.
Yep.
Thank you for that, sir. Yeah, we can hear you clearly. Are you able to turn the landscape so we can get more of a visual?
See you more.
Just turn the phone sideways.
Like that?
You probably have it locked. It's okay. We're gonna hit you with some questions to get to know you a little bit better. Jams, do you want to?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the first question for you. So, all right, which music artist are you currently listening to? Like, who's in your headphones right now, nonstop?
I listen to so many artists. I was really just listening to will.i.am just 2
That's so
days
funny.
ago. So that's crazy that the last artist said that, because I was like, yo, wow, I was just listening to him. I listen to a wide variety of artists. I listen from Skilly Bang to the Vybz Kartel to the Bunji Garlin to Patrice Roberts to even some foreign music, like some African artists. Yeah, I'm just kind of getting into everything.
Yeah, I mean, in the intro, one of my favorite artists is Mavado. So, you know, as soon as I read that, I was like, oh, this guy is going to be awesome in the show. So I want to know, how long does it normally take you to finish a song? Because I feel like when it comes to like Caribbean soul artists, it's like so quick. Like you could just like talk and then, all right, let's record that, lay it down. It's just like, it just flows right out the mouth. How long does it normally take you to make a song?
Well, it depends on the vibes. It's still, you know, music, so it's still the vibe, and it depends on what you're trying to say. Like certain songs, we'll get it out faster because it's like, you know, a party song, you know, whatever. But like if you're trying to get like a statement out or you're trying to get something out, it usually takes a little longer if the vibes is more like you need to change your settings to get it right or something. But
Right.
basically, like mostly when you're doing like reggae music, you always have like your partners in the studio and they be giving you the vibe. So yeah, it's basically pretty quick. Like, yeah, you get the song pretty quick. Recording
So
it
like
is like
an album in one day?
I wouldn't say that. I would say like in 3 days.
Hey,
Nice.
listen,
I'd
that's
say like
the
in 3
fastest
days.
I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's all about, I mean, it's like freestyling. It's just like the rap culture. It's really the same thing. It's just the change of accents.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And so, what's the song that you're, the name of the song that you're currently working on right now?
I just did a Justin Bieber remix, right? That I just released. Yeah, of Peaches. That's going good. I name it Peaches Remix, yeah, featuring Kuttrah. I just released before that a song named Feel the Heat.
Okay. Are you able to give us a little bit of Feel the Heat just so we can take a listen to that? Or do you want to? It's really up to you, whichever one you.
I'll do 𝗥𝗶𝗆.
Okay. Before we get into it, I just wanted to ask you, what inspired you to want to take on Justin Bieber's song "Peaches" as opposed to all the other ones that are out there right now?
It's just the vibe. I love music. For me, this was a different song from Justin Bieber. So when I listened, I was like, "Yo, Justin, you." Like, yeah. So it just made me feel, when I feel like that, I just go in. So I went in, did a song, and I'm getting hit up like, "Yo, I could actually dance with my wife to the song. Like, that song is crazy." So yeah, it's getting up there.
All right, Joe, you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Jams, are you ready? All right, so hold on 1 second. I'm just gonna give you the floor so that you can do your thing, sir.
Ow. Yeah, well, this song is named "Feel the Heat" from Kuttrah, and this is how it goes. When we turn up, everybody feel the heat. When we turn up, everybody feel the heat. You coulda up, and shake yourself and take it sweet. Dog, when we turn up, everybody feel the heat. Dog, when we turn up, everybody feel the heat. Dog, when we turn up, everybody feel the heat. You coulda up, and shake yourself and take it sweet, dog. Me jackla them a monster, them for real. 90s a place where me love it and me home. Brooklyn a who they get the blame. Why me so cool? Rowdy come out, him show say gangster never fool. Bobby show the same for Bobby Smith that till him home. I the coffee thing turn up that. The shit every never believe they start to see it. One to the way that go put up the heat. Dog, when we turn up, everybody have to feel. Dog, when we turn up, everybody have to feel. Dog, when we turn up, everybody feel the heat. No bother up, and check yourself and take it sweet. Dog, when we turn up, everybody feel the heat. Dog, when we turn up, everybody feel the heat. Dog, when we turn up, everybody feel the heat. No bother up, and check yourself and take it sweet, dog. And then we had this tune too. Burn up road. Then I love it when you turn up road, touch the street. Fuego, hot up road. Where you the day when me that hustle from the sun up to sundown, and I burn up road. No time me say you know see it, cause every day we know the street, I hustle and I burn up road. Dog, man, I hustle and I come up road. Listen, where's this thing? I play all your friends and family, which make a call for party. Nobody crying like a, but really, adolescent forming people lying and a snitch. With a use up some the body from the line in a ditch on the street where we put it on and put in work. Every jack that we grew up rough, we not catty purse. Ja, no, me not bad, mine a guy. Me rather film take out me, I Brooklyn.
Whoa. That was a lot to digest. I was over here rocking out like crazy. Thank you for doing that, sir. I wish we had a DJ on set that could just bring in the beat right when
you know what's so crazy is actually a party going on in my backyard right now, Father's Day party. So all the lighting and everything is outside there. So I just kind of run in here to get it done.
I hear you, man.
And we literally going back out there to the fun. So definitely I would like to say thanks, you know what I mean, for y'all having me. You know what I'm saying? Brooklyn, you already know. You know what I mean? It's Kuttrah. Y'all see the link. Check it out. You know what I'm saying? Keep the energy up. And we got a new genre. Trinidad. I'm talking to Trinidad now. We got a new genre. It's Trinidad. Everybody get into it. It's like a Trinidad dancehall. Where we talking about things that what happens in Trinidad. So it's catching fire, everybody. Get up in it. And
I hear you, man.
Love.
When I was over at Syndicate Music, I was about to move in. Future was playing me some crazy stuff there. And I heard your track with 𝗟𝗏. I lost my mind. But I'm gonna throw it over Joe. Joe, what'd you think of that?
I'm gonna say I'm really impressed because you just know the song so well and you performed it so well that I kind of already heard a beat in my head. I think it was the delivery with the syllables that you were delivering, and it kind of gave like a beat you know, as you were spinning, I was like, okay. So you had me bopping and dancing. There was no music, just you flowing a cappella. So I'm impressed, man. Great work.
Yo, thanks a lot, man. I didn't know if we could curse on the show, so I was kind of self-editing myself. Yeah. So,
we heard that. James, what did you think of that?
Yeah.
I hear everything that Joey said. I was gonna say the same thing. Like, even though you were a cappella, I was like, I felt like you didn't need a beat, because I was like, all right, you actually are making a beat with the way you're rapping. It was dope the way you did that. You know, I didn't understand much of what you said, but I loved it. I thought it was real cool, and the fact that you could do it a cappella and we all feel like you didn't even need the background music just goes to show that, you know, that's a dope track that you got.
Yeah.
Like, yo, thanks very much. Like I said, you know what I mean, inviting me to the show. And I hope we could do it the next time, not on a Father's Day, but yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, the cadence was definitely there. The way you delivered it was literally you were the beat. And the words that were coming out was just like so rhythmic. But that's the thing though. Whenever you go in the studio and you, like I said, I've seen artists just go in there, especially like reggae artists, go in there and just start talking and delivering, and it's so rhythmic already that when you start to deliver with the cadence of the beat, it's just insane. It's insane.
You know what? I call it a language. Like, if you come around me and we keep talking it, you're gonna pick it up.
Yo, I'm gonna go meet up with you right now. Let's make some tracks.
Definitely, no problem, man. Yo, link up Future. Yo, big up Future Syndicate. You know what I mean? BTB movement, my movement. Big up y'all. Yeah, Lab TV.
Live and UnTAPT.
Oh, Lab TV, right? Yeah.
One more time, you can follow Kuttrah _ Is that 𝗟𝗏𝗃?
Yeah, that's 𝗟𝗏𝗃. Yeah.
Okay. That's his IG. You can follow him on there. And thank you so much one more time for coming on and doing our drafted segment. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yo, I appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot. Y'all have a nice, wonderful weekend.
Absolutely, man. Take it easy.
Enjoy that party.
All right. Yeah. So we are back, and I think it's time for our next segment, which is Hook and Verse. This is where we listen to and we watch videos that are submitted to us and videos that I found, like some gems that are out there. And then we're going to talk about them. So the first one that I have is from this artist called 𝗟𝗏𝗪, and the song is To the Limit.
I gotta push it to the limit. Yeah, push it to the limit. Whoa, I'm trying to find myself, I'm drowning. Yeah, got my head to the sky, all alone, throwing niggas around me. Yeah, push it to the limit. We live it, ain't no ceiling. Yeah, gotta push it to the limit. Ain't no quitting for my children. Yeah, living in darkness had me blinded to them brighter days. Whether I lived or if I died, didn't care either way. Ain't worried about the future, reality hit me right away. Couldn't win the same, my nigga got killed at a younger age. See you in that casket, I promise I won't take it in vain. Now we making classics, walk in the room and they know my name. They would call us bastards, all they hating, we surpassed it. Getting money the fastest, ballin' made it to the Hall of Fame. Young nigga done lost control, for collision when I crossed them roads. Had a vision, I was full, ripping through the lanes, I ain't never parked it though. Hey nigga, only God can know. Living the present, the past is behind you, the future's ahead of you. When you stop it, ain't shit that they telling you. Who would've thought I would sell out the venue? Right on top of that, put my niggas on the map, put my city on my back. Real niggas, where you at? If you ever hustle for it, then you lost it, double up, you got it back. Rather have my niggas locked in the studio, so free me from the trap. Yeah.
All right, that was 𝗟𝗏𝗪. What did you guys think of that? You're feeling that?
That violin was crazy.
Yeah, and I feel like they did that during COVID because it was just them in one spot, and they still made it creative the way that they filmed it. And listening to his lyrics, he goes pretty deep.
Yeah,
it was really deep.
And the violin was a nice touch too, because it kind of put you in the mood to really sit back and just listen to the lyrics,
Right.
while also vibing out to it.
Right.
Yeah, that was dope.
Shout out to the violinist. I believe her name is Nina Woods, and that artist is 𝗟𝗏𝗪. Our next one that we have up is called, his name is Son of Sin, and the song is called The End Zone.
What? I'm chocolate wasted, club overpopulated, so VIP is where I'm populating. Chicks stripping, but stripping ain't the occupation. Just know I'm smashing though. You can cuff her, but it don't matter though. Be the first one down like 𝗟𝗩𝗪𝗀, so you better all playing traffic. Go, I'm gone in another space with Patron. Like I love the taste, she got a dome and an ugly face. Somebody take my keys, just in case I'm liable to do something wrong. Walking around like I'm drunk and home. I'm talking to this pole like, damn you cold. I'm me. Do you know who you frontin' on? No. You don't have a clue, you bad, but I'm badder, boo. Here's the average truth. Me plus you minus closest equals more swag for you. So pass me, boo, you lose tonight. You can win in life if you do it right. Cause I'm done, baby, you the one. Hold this wife is calling, you'll excuse me, right? Breeze calling my phone. Green all of my clothes. Take my keys, I ain't going home. VIP's where I get thrown. Let me get in my zone. Let me get in my zone. Let me get in my zone. I'm definitely in my zone. Breeze calling my phone.
First of all, Joe, I feel like that is so you. That is definitely right up your alley.
That was like LMFAO a little bit. And even the video production, I felt like it was an SNL skit, but I just wanted to start dancing. It was that was awesome. That was
Jams, what did you think of that right there?
Listen. I wasn't
vibing out to it, or
I nodded a little bit. The beat was catchy, but I was just like, I mean, I blame you, Brandon, for bringing all these quality, artists on this show, and then you kind of show us that, and I just felt like it was it felt a little bit short of the rest of the people that we had on the show tonight. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, we got one more, and I'm gonna bring 𝗟𝗏𝗪 back in here because I feel like this artist, I want her opinion as well. 𝗟𝗏, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, so this next artist, her name is 𝗟𝗏𝗪, featuring 𝗥𝗡𝗆. I believe the song is called Wig.
Yes, bitch, pull my hair, it ain't going anywhere.
Move, bitch, get on my way. Get on my face. Get on my way. Get on my face. Bitch, get on my way. Get on my face. Post for a flip. Snatching the wig. I be in top place. I took in lowercase. I rather push it a Rari. Then I rather dig like a Tara. Diamonds dancing around my neck. He on his knees, yeah, he blessed. I name my unicorn Polly, cause she be stuck in all the pockets. We be on sci-fi, body all got like pussy on Klondike. He wanna taste. He be on T-Tree, lay like a Kiki. I only beat on the face. Ask for my surgeon's digits. 1-800, know your business. Told him I only wanna fuck in the back of the Brinks truck. Move, bitch, get on my way. Get on my face. Get on my way. Get on my face. Bitch, get on my way. Get on my face. Post for a flip. Snatching the wig.
All right. Going a little left with some of these videos just to get a different reaction. I'll start off with 𝗟𝗏𝗪. 𝗟𝗏𝗪, what did you think of that video and that song right there?
I liked it. It keep cutting off a little bit, so it was like broken up.
Okay.
Glitchy, but I still was able to kind of like get the concept. I love the visual. I love the choreography. Those kind of videos are not easy because there's a lot of people and there's a lot of creative direction that has to be done to actually get that through on the opposite side of us watching it.
Right.
So I know she put a lot into that, and I liked it. I love like dance videos and like when it's heavily like choreographed, and I thought they all looked good. I thought she looked good. I would have to listen to the song itself again, but like from watching it, I do want to see it again. So.
Right. It was more of a performance piece instead of just a music video. Like it was all out. Joey, what did you think of that?
I think it needed to be remixed by 𝗟𝗏𝗪𝗀. That's what I think. I think it needs a little bit more energy. I mean, look, the cinematography and everything like that was great, but I'm cruising, you know, it's a little low energy for me. But that's just my opinion. I'm real hyping. I got a ton of energy. So.
All right. And Jams, what did you think of that?
I didn't hate it. I think it's one of those. It's an earworm. It's one of those ones that just finds its way, and you're like, why am I singing this song? Like it's gonna stick with you. I think if I heard it one or two more times, that might be a song that I play like in the car, you know, a little bit loud, like when I'm feeling myself, like you're not my way, like just because.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of on the opposite fence of Joe. I feel like the video was what was lacking for me. Like the song was cool, like Jam said, it has an earworm to it. There's definitely a catchiness to it, but I think the video didn't really showcase like the performance was cool. I just don't think it was presented the best way. I feel like there was so many things they could have done to make it more of like, I don't know, there could have been a lot more swag added to it instead of just the one backdrop. And then I don't know, the circumstances could have been COVID. They're limited on where they're going.
Right.
You know, song-wise though, I do like the song. I think it is catchy. I probably would play it while I'm driving, but I definitely probably wouldn't listen to it in a party. I can't see it being in a party.
Right.
Well, I want to thank everybody for being on the show. Barry, thank you for coming back and giving us your opinion on that last.
I'm here. I love to support all artists, so I'm like sticking around. I'm listening to everything, and I enjoyed the show. So
awesome.
Thank you.
All right, Jams, do we want to wrap it up?
Yes. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight to Live and Untapped. This is your girl Jams. I am, of course, the owner and founder of WJMS Radio. Make sure you check us out on social media at WJMS Radio, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. If you want to follow me personally, I'm at @just_jams on Instagram and Jamie Jam on Facebook. And my boy Brandon to my, I do it wrong every week. To my left, right? I don't know. He's there somewhere. To my boy Brandon, he gonna shout out his contact information.
I'm everywhere. If you want to follow me again, my Instagram handle is right there, invasion.music. I'm also the founder of Anchor Talent Management Group, and you can follow us on Anchor Talent on Instagram as well. And next up, we have Mr. 𝗟𝗑 Rodriguez, who is the director and executive producer of Itchy House Films. He's worked with so many artists. We're going to get his take and his experience on what it was like to produce and film and edit and direct all of these music videos that most of these artists have been a part of, like Dave East, the Locks, Joel Santana, just a lot of really, really dope artists. So we're definitely going to get his perspective on that. And then one more time, if you want to follow our special guest, Joey Raimondi, that is his Instagram handle. Joe, what is your ultimate platform Instagram, if you want to?
It's at Ultimate Plat, PLAT, the number 4, and then the letter M, Ultimate Platform.
Thank you so much for that. And one more time, Barry Boo is I'm Barry Dammit, and sorry I deleted the thing already, but she is I'm Barry Dammit. You can't forget it.
Yes, I am BERRYDAMNIT. It's very proper. Just how you would.
There you go.
Spell it. That's how it's yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being on the show. We really appreciate it. Thank you one more time to Taji Aqib also for being on the show, and for Kuttrah and Barry. Thank you for being our amplified artist. We really appreciate you. And Joey, you're the man, man. We love having you on the show. We definitely got to bring you back for another episode.
I love being on here. Brandon, Jams, thank you so much. Barry Boo, good luck. You got amazing talent, and I'm going to be hitting up Bandcamp tonight to download that song. So
there you go.
And all the other artists, keep doing what you're doing. You were great, and it was an amazing experience to meet you and to watch all of you perform. So keep going.
And one more time, happy Father's Day to everybody. Please stay safe out there, and we'll see you next week for episode 5.